Hello, my name is David Shin, and welcome to this video, which discusses Procreate's issue with the limited selection of animation tools, as well as a suggested solution to overcome issues with creativity and productivity. Procreate is a well-known digital animation and illustration tool, although it has its issues on animation. In this video, we'll look at the importance of the issue, show how the workflow is tedious, examine the core issue, and suggest a fix. Given that Procreate is a digital illustration and animation app, it's a valuable tool for artists and animators. However, its limited animation tools hinder creativity and productivity of its users. The lack of advanced animation tools limits the expression of the user's creativity. To demonstrate the problematic workflow, I decided to create a short animation myself. Right off the bat, Procreate's gulf of evaluation is large, with how I am unable to find and know where the settings are for editing individual frames. It's then seen to be emphasized when I learn that I have to click on the frame itself. My intention on wanting to edit each frame to where those actions were executed was actually quite difficult. I believe that this could be solved by displaying the frame settings more clearly, perhaps through an icon. In editing the frame, I am able to adjust the length of time I want the animation to be stuck on that frame. This is an example of being able to alter the representation of the image. However, from here it is rather unclear as to how the animation can be made. I question if I was supposed to redraw the same photo with changes in minor details to make it look seamless, and that's what I did at first, seen here. I then realized that I can duplicate images to where I can edit an exact copy of the image in a new frame so it is more cohesive. After duplicating an exact copy into a new frame, I directly manipulate the details on the frame I want to move. In doing so, I realized how much work this takes and how fine the detail has to be if I want it to look seamless. I think that this problem carries consequences in minimizing creativity and productivity. If I'm having to constantly adjust each individual frame, that is taxing and something that highlights a tedious workflow. This is an issue that I believe can be solved by using different animation techniques that I have researched. I'll touch on this later in the presentation. After directly manipulating the areas of the frame that I wanted to change, I tested out the animation using the play button after each adjustment. I discovered new ways to directly manipulate the animation, utilizing the affordances of different functions in the app. I realized that by dragging the color wheel to a specific closed-off space in the frame, it changed the colors to the selected one. I was also able to test the animation and adjust the frames to my speed. Here, seeing the minor movement in the animation is when I realized that there should be newer animation techniques introduced in Procreate to expedite this process. In reflection of using Procreate to make a short animation, I think the current capabilities and limited animation techniques can't really facilitate creativity. One solution I have is to introduce tools that will generally fill in the animation for you. Similar to the AI GPT engine, I believe that this is something that could be applied to the service. As the user holds a vision that underlines the general idea of how they want the animation to be played out, the motions in between can be filled in. This will minimize both the gulf of execution and evaluation as it makes the system more usable and understandable. In addition to this, the accessibility of different functionalities and where they are should be highlighted. Being transparent about what it does and why it does that is important. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video has been helpful in understanding that by including more sophisticated animation tools, Procreate might expand its value to all animators alike.